Hello, the following presentation will cover the 5 surgical programs offered at the College of DuPage. Career descriptions, admission requirements, and program highlights will all be addressed for each program. Working in the operating room requires many essential functions. These are physical, mental, and emotional characteristics that are required for employment in the operating room. Only you can evaluate your own characteristics and determine if a surgical career is right for you. It is better to recognize if a program is a right fit before committing to the time and money involved in your education. As mentioned earlier, COD offers 5 surgical programs. All programs begin with the course Ethical Considerations in Healthcare. This is a 3-credit, 8-week online course that teaches the ethical, professional, and culturally competent expectations of healthcare. After completion of ethics in healthcare, a student could head in several directions. First, anesthesia technology. This program is an Associates of Applied Science degree and can be completed in 2 years. The other pathways begin by choosing one of 2 certificate programs: Central Sterile Processing and Distribution, or Operating Room Patient Care Technician, or ORPCT. Each can be completed in 1 semester and lead to entry-level positions in surgical departments. After completion of both certificate programs, a student could then move on to the Associates of Applied Science and Surgical Technology degree program. This program is also a 2-year completion. The Certified Surgical First Assistant Certificate, a 1-year online program, could be your final step in the pathway. Now let's take a closer look at each program. We will start with the Anesthesia Technology program. This is an Associate of Applied Science degree run by Dr. Kathy Kabai. Please feel free to reach out to Dr. Kabai with any questions you may have about the program. The anesthesia tech functions as an integral member of a surgical patient care team. They provide maintenance and servicing to the anesthesia equipment used in the operating room and also assist with the care of the anesthetized patient. Anesthesia technologists are hired in hospitals and surgery centers and start anywhere from $19 to $24 an hour. Students must follow certain steps for admission into the AT program. Begin by reaching out to Dr. Kabai to attend a mandatory advising session. Next, become a COD student by applying at www.cod.edu. Make sure to send in all of your official transcripts from any other college you may have attended. And students will have to complete the following general education courses: 2 communication, 1 math, 1 physical and life science, 1 humanities, 1 social and behavioral science, and 1 global multicultural studies courses. Don't forget, Surg Tech 1000 must also be successfully completed. The AT program is accredited by the Commission on Accreditation of Allied Health Education Programs, otherwise known as CAHEP. After successful completion, the student is eligible to sit for the National Certification Exam offered by the American Society of Anesthesia Technologists and Technicians. The certification is nationally recognized, allowing the technician to work in any part of the country. The next program is the Operating Room Patient Care Technician Certificate. Anna Campbell is the program chair and should be contacted with any questions. The ORPCT technician assists in many aspects of surgical patient care. Some of the duties include opening the sterile field and supplies, transportation of patients, assisting with room turnovers, and patient positioning. ORPCTs are hired at hospitals, outpatient surgery centers, and sometimes private practices with a starting pay around $12 to $14 an hour. The CNA program is not required for the ORPCT certificate. However, if you would like to find work at a hospital, the CNA certificate along with the ORPCT certificate may help your chances of employment. Students can register for ORPCT 1001 by emailing Anna Campbell and requesting permission for registration. After permission is granted, students should personally reach out to the Office of Student Registration Services to complete registration. The structure of the ORPCT program includes an extensive lab where students will master over 20 skills, allowing them to function safely within the operating room. After successful completion of ORPCT 1001 combined with Surg Tech 1000, students will earn a College of DuPage Operating Room Patient Care Technician certificate. The certificate looks wonderful on a resume and represents the ability to function at an entry level in the operating room. Our next program is the Central Sterile Processing and Distribution Certificate Program. This program is chaired by Jenny Serpa. She will be your main contact for questions about the program. The Sterile Processing Department is the area of the hospital or surgery center where the cleaning and sterilization of devices used in medical procedures takes place. Duties of the sterile processing technician include decontamination of instruments, assembly and packaging of instrument trays, and the storage and distribution of surgical instrumentation and supplies to the operating room. Sterile processing techs are hired at hospitals and outpatient surgery centers and start anywhere from $15 to $17 an hour. Admissions into the CSPD program requires granted permission from the program chair. To start the admission process, view the online advising session found at cod.edu. The CSPD program is offered in two formats, both of which offer eligibility to sit for the certification exam. The online option offers all components of the program, lecture, lab, and clinicals in the online format. The second option includes an online lecture, in-person 2-day lab, and an 8-week clinical rotation in a hospital or surgery center. This option is an excellent opportunity to find employment, as many sterile processing tech jobs are available. On successful completion of the CSPD program, students will be eligible to sit for a certification exam. The student may choose the International Association of Healthcare Central Service and Materials Management, or ISHM, or the Certified Board of Sterile Processing and Distribution, or CBSPD exam. Both certifications are accepted at facilities throughout the country. On completion of Surg Tech 1000, ORPCT 1001, and CSPD 1111, students may apply to the Associate of Applied Science and Surgical Technology program. Anna Campbell is the Surgical Technology Program Chair and should be contacted with any questions. Surgical technologists are experts in sterile technique. They work under the supervision of a surgeon to facilitate a safe and effective surgical procedure by setting up the necessary supplies and passing instrumentation to the surgeon during the surgical procedure. The operating room is a fascinating, exciting environment. Certified surgical techs, known as CSTs, can work in operating rooms located in hospitals, surgery centers, and even physician offices. CSTs in Illinois make approximately $20 to $25 an hour. Students must follow certain steps for admission into the Surg Tech program. A student should begin by viewing the online advising session found on the Surgical Tech page at www.cod.edu. Next, become a COD student. Make sure to send in all official transcripts from any other colleges you may have attended. A health science application must be completed by the deadline in August. Also, students will have to complete the following general education courses before applying to the program. 2 communication, 1 math, 1 physical and life science course, and this must be anatomy 1550 or 1551 or 1571. 1 humanities, 1 social behavioral science, and 1 global multicultural studies course. Just like the AT program, the surgical technology program is accredited by the Commission on Accreditation of Allied Health Education Programs, or CAHAP. This accreditation is highly regarded and requires setting high standards for our students. CAHAP accreditation allows students to sit for the National Board of Surgical Technology and Surgical Assisting Certified Surgical Technology exam. You must be a CST to work in the Chicagoland area, and only CSTs are allowed to join the AST, or Association of Surgical Technologists professional organization. Last, but by far the least, the Certified Surgical First Assistant Certificate, or CSFA. This program is run by Ramsey Wilson. Please feel free to reach out to Ramsey with any questions you may have about the program. As defined by the American College of Surgeons, the surgical assistant provides aid in exposure, hemostasis, closure, and other intraoperative technical functions that help the surgeon carry out a safe surgical procedure with optimal results for the patient. CSFAs can be hired at hospitals, surgery centers, and even for specific groups of surgeons in private practice. There is a wide range of pay for CSFAs. You may start anywhere from $25 to $40 an hour. To start the admission process, the student must schedule an individual advising session with the program chair, Ramsey Wilson. Email is the best way to set up a date and time. During the advising session, Ramsey will help you get started with the registration process. You must be a College of DuPage student. Send all official transcripts into the college, and this would include proof of your certified surgical technologist status. Health requirements also must be completed in order to attend the clinical rotation. If registration requirements are met, a permit is given and the registration is granted. Students must then register prior to the deadline at August 2021. Once accepted into the program, students will begin during the fall semester and complete 3 semesters, graduating at the end of summer the following year. The course includes online lecture and lab and a clinical rotation that completes a minimum 140 surgical cases. The CSFA program is very similar to the surgical technology program in that it is accredited by the Commission on Accreditation of Allied Health Education Programs. CAHAP accreditation allows students to sit for the National Board of Surgical Technology and Surgical Assisting Certified Surgical First Assistant exam. The program is nationally recognized and is only one out of 13 accredited programs in the nation. This is the only accredited program in Illinois. Hopefully this presentation helped answer some of your questions about the awesome surgical programs offered at the College of DuPage. Please never hesitate to reach out to any of our program chairs for further information. We look forward to hearing from you soon.